All right, so we've measured my height, my calf circumference multiple times, so we get hopefully as true a value as possible. We've also measured my weight standing on a scale. You all know how to do that. And now we're going to talk about our dependent variable in this whole experiment, the actual vertical jump height that I'm going to be able to do. A few things before we start that. Another source of variability is the actual mechanics of the jump itself. If you just kind of like go like that or whatever, it's going to make a big difference on how high you jump. And because we want to look across many subjects, we want to have a standard jump where everybody's doing the same mechanics, which I'll briefly show you. It's basically as described in your lab manual. You're standing vertically with your hands by your side. You bend your knees, and then you're going to extend your knees as you swing your arms upward. And you want to have your legs and your arms extending simultaneously so they both are at full extension at the same time. So there's this really nice kind of synergy that happens. And you also want to make sure you're using both arms. A lot of people have this tendency to like jump like that and just throw up one arm, and their half of their body is just kind of paralyzed. So you want to have your body straight, bending at your knees, and then in one smooth motion explode up with your arms going up, your legs straightening. And to actually show how it's done, I'm going to have my pencil here where I'm actually going to be able to mark. Obviously we want to see how high can I jump from my normal height. I don't care if a person is taller or shorter. They're going to be able to mark the paper higher or lower depending on their height. That has nothing to do with their jump. So what I care about is where do they mark it if they're just standing on the ground. And then I'm going to be able to jump and mark it at the peak of my jump. And then I'll see what's that relative distance. And so I'll do that. This is my baseline. I'm flat-footed. Now I'm going to go and do this jump. Bend my legs. Ready? And I want to, again, every time you jump, you're obviously not going to jump exactly the same height. So another thing we're going to do, just like we did multiple measurements for the height and all that, we'll do multiple measurements for the jump. So I'll go again. Again, holding the pencil at the exact same angle that I'm going to mark at the top of my jump. I'm going to get ready. Straight body, bent legs. Go up. There's the second jump. And I'll get ready. And one last time. And my lab partner, if I go in like this, my lab partner's got to say like, whoa, it was nice to watch you jump, but that wasn't a jump we can count because you didn't have the proper form. So as a person, making sure the experiment is done correctly, you need to, you don't want to throw away data just because it isn't what you thought it should be, but you don't want to take data if they actually didn't do the procedure properly. That's not a good thing either. So I'll do my third jump, bend my knees, stand up, and now I have 3 little marks up there, and now it's time to measure how high my vertical jump is so we can see how it correlates with my height, my weight, my calf circumference, and some other things that we'll
All right, so next it's time to measure David's jumps here. So carefully, without falling off, you want to get up here. You use the metric system of any ruler that you have. And then, of course, it's not very handy for me to record this. I'm going to have to yell out the numbers for my lab partner to write down in the lab notebook. So I'm going to go from the baseline to the first mark here at the highest point. And it's going to be 47 centimeters and a half a centimeter. So 47.5 centimeters. 47.5. right, second jump. It's going to be 46.2 centimeters. 46.2. And the third is 47.0 centimeters. So those are the three jumps that David did. All right?
Cool.